we are back with episode 10 of season 2, which is also our season and series finale of BCCC Talks. Today I have Miss Deloris Clemons in here with me, who is a non-traditional college student, and she's here to tell me a little bit more about her trials and tribulations through the school. We would jump straight into the interview, but first we have our announcements. We have short-term NC workforce grants for certain classes like HVAC, welding, health insurance agent, registered barber, nurse aide 1, and more. These grants help with tuition, registration fees, books, transportation, childcare, and credentialing tests. For more information on this, contact Continuing Education at 940-6375. Also, if you're still wanting to register for summer classes, summer registration is still open, and you can also register for classes in the fall. All right, I'm here with Miss Deloris Clemons. How you doing this morning? Oh, it's not morning anymore. How you doing this afternoon, Miss Clemons?
I'm doing great.
All right, so you're a non-traditional college student, which means, for those who don't know, where she didn't come straight out of high school, or maybe you went to school straight out of high school, but did something else, but now you came back. And what made you come back to school?
Well, the opportunity come up concerning the promise, and it was an opportunity where I could go to school and with the expenses of the promise.
Yes, ma'am.
Something that I always wanted to pursue.
Really? So was it something that like clicked inside of you when you said, if the fees are taken care of, but the both are promised, I can go to school and I can get this degree? Like, there was no hesitation from you, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
I put my son through college, and I had 2 more other young men that are my children.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I went to school partially, got my nursing assistant 1, my nursing assistant 2, and med prep. And so I wanted to pursue my medical field a little further.
Yes, ma'am. So now you're in the program to be, what program are you in now?
I haven't been accepted in the program yet, but
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
Pursuing the LPN program.
Oh, right. Yes, ma'am. So what are some of the challenges that come with going back to school after you haven't been for a little while, or working and going to school? What are some of the things that maybe aren't as easy when you think about it?
You have to be persistent.
Yes, ma'am.
You really have to be persistent because it takes a while because we've been out of the shift. And so everything is like a fast pace to me. It's a fast pace, but you have to stay on top of it. And you have to be persistent.
So, other than, wanting to be like in the nursing field, what else motivated you to come back to school rather than seeing the both of them? Was it something that you wanted, but you didn't necessarily want to have to pay for school?
It was something that I wanted, and when my children were small, I could have went then, but it got to a point that I couldn't. But my main goal was to see my children accomplish their goal first.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to see them get established. And it wasn't about me at the moment, it was about them. And once I got them established, and I started working on myself.
Yes, ma'am. So do they talk to you now like, Ma, you taking care of me, now you go take care of yourself? Do they do that?
Yes, they do that. And one thing that I've always told them when they were growing up, I said, you didn't plan to fail. You failed to plan. I said, you need to have a plan, and you need to stick with it.
Yes, ma'am. I love that. You didn't plan to fail. You failed to plan.
That's right.
Yes, Lord. I'm going to tell somebody that today. So, what is one thing that maybe have stumped you, and how did you get out of the stump when it came to the school stuff? If you've been slumped before?
One thing that has really helped me at my age and pursuing the education, furthering my education, is TRIO.
Really?
And I would advise anybody, if it's whether you're high school graduate or somebody just coming back to college and haven't been in a while, and it's a struggle, you should try hooking up with Trio.
Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Trio, Miss Scott and Miss Lawrence and Miss Jordan and everybody over there in the program. So, when you talk about, persisting and persevering and keeping on, what is some advice that you can give to another student? What is something that you would tell another student to focus on the big picture with?
One thing about myself is that I've always liked writing.
Mm-hmm.
I write poetry, and I focus on the positive aspects.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to whether it's mine or whether it's something else. And I was thinking back to, my senior year, I was in a competition, and one of the things that I grasped and I have held on to, and that I've always told my boys, is be the best of whatever you are. And the poem goes like this. It says, we all dream of great deeds and high positions, away from the pettiness and the humdrums of ordinary life. Yet success is not occupying a lofty place or doing conspicuous work. It's being the best that's in you. Rallying around in too big of a job is worse than filling a small one to overflowing. Dream, aspire, by all means. Do not ruin the life you must lead by dreaming pipe dreams of the one that you would like to lead. Make the most of what you have and what you are. Perhaps your trivial, immediate task is your one sure way of proving your mettle. Do the things near at hand, and great things will come to your hands to be done. If you can't be a highway, then be a trail. If you can't be the sun, then be a star. And it's not by size that you win or fail, but it's in being the best of whatever you are. That's my goal.
Oh my goodness, yes, ma'am. That is beautiful. I hear that you have a garden at your house.
Yes, I do.
So what do you like to plant?
Collards, cabbage collards. We have green beans, corn, squash, cucumbers,
Really?
watermelons. You name it, we have it. Potatoes.
Yeah. So Sunday dinner at your house this weekend, huh, Miss Clemons?
Okay, you will.
Oh my goodness. You done made a friend for life. You tell me that you cook. Usually on the podcast, I like to do a bunch of speed questions to get to know our interviewee better. Is it all right if we get something in today?
Yes.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Everybody like fried chicken.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I got to go with the chicken
Fried
first.
chicken. Okay. You got a top? You got a list?
Don't make me make a meal right here.
Oh my goodness. We'll have your whole garden on the end. I'm a big shoe person. I'm a car person where I look at all these vintage cars. So I was wondering if you have a favorite car, whether it's a new one or an old one or just one that means something to you. But do you have a favorite car?
I used to drive a 5.0 Mustang.
Really?
Yes, when I was younger.
Okay.
5-speed.
5-speed,
Yes.
5.0. Miss Clemons, you gonna make me jealous in here today. I was your friend until you told me all these good cars and you got a garden. I just want to be like you now.
I had to let the car go because, I would put my foot in it.
What? It was too much for you?
Yes.
You wasn't getting no tickets, was you? Oh my goodness. But no, I tell everybody all the time how I dream of being successful, and when it comes to where I'm not hurting for money or anything, and I get myself a 1996 Chevy Impala.
Okay.
And roll with some rims on it and some tint. That's the dream right there. I go to sleep thinking about that car. But what's one thing other than your poetry that has a lot of meaning to you? What's something that's meaningful to you?
I like helping people.
Really?
That's something that I've always done, and that's something that follows our family tradition.
Mm-hmm.
We just like helping people, giving to people, doing things for people, that's why I chose the medical field, because most of our loved ones, a lot of times when they get a certain age, their families send them to the nursing home. We always took care of our loved ones.
Yes, ma'am. I know a little something about taking care of the older ones in the family, and it's tremendous when you have the family that's willing to take care of the older ones, because they're so much more comfortable and things like that. So I commend you for your willingness to help, because not everybody has that. So thank you so much. And my last question, which I'm pretty sure you dug into it a little bit with the poem, but what does success mean to you?
Success is writing down your goals and checking them off as you accomplish them.
Yes, ma'am.
And not only that, success is not only about you. It's like when you've reached that point in life, then you help somebody else.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what success is all about.
Yes. I'm learning. Do you feel when you're on a task or when you're putting things together, do you more enjoy getting to the end goal, or are you one to enjoy the journey that goes along with it?
I enjoy the journey because you learn a lot of things as you go along.
Yes, ma'am. I feel like, if you just focus on the end goal and you don't appreciate the journey, you feel empty once you complete something. So I think it's big to focus on enjoying the journey and taking care of and living in the moment a lot of times. But Ms. Clemons, I think you gave me a great interview today. I want to thank you for sitting down with me. Is there anything else you'd like to say or promote?
That's all. Just tell the people that if you're struggling or are you still in the learning process and you need more help, try Trio.
Yes, ma'am. And come to Ms. Clemons if you need some words of wisdom, because she's offering them. She's giving them to me just now, and I know she got something for you. But this is Charlie Moore sitting with Ms. Deloris Clemons, and we out. Thank y'all for tuning in for Season 2 of BCCC Talks.